just about 4 miles off the shores go to the delight of this Buffalo crowd. It was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. In spectacle, Rex Ryan facing his former mates, and the Jets and Bills are underway. And now Taylor on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Zay Jones, a second-round pick from East Carolina. Some thought could have been a first-round pick from East Carolina.
High-volume guy at East Carolina. I mean, the big-time catch, 158 of them in 2016. And he's an NFL legacy. His father, a longtime linebacker in the league.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, it's McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. For McCoy in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole. And the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. fresh set of downs here. It's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down. In the red zone this time. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. A beautiful fake. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's Patty. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Forte. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Petty now. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So now the offense is facing a first down and 20 after that last mistake.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw here. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
They could not be more opposite in build, but coming into 2017, Matt Forte pretty much neck and neck with Darren Sproles for most receptions by a running back.
Yeah, both guys just over 500 into the year. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run with Forte. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Turnover differential last year in the NFL, the bottom 5 teams you'd expect. Rams, Browns, the Jags, the Bears, and the Jets. Tied at -20. These Jets, they have to solve that QB situation.
They, along with the other teams that you noted, they've got to get better play in that area because no team goes to the playoffs -20 in turnover differential.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, Taylor. And Matthews has it right side. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Colton Schmidt, fourth-year man from UC Davis, on to punt it away. Back deep, Dre Archer. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. Scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Jets making their way out. It's been a while since we've seen them in the postseason, back in 2010. But last year, Charles, 5-11, and some of the moves they made in the offseason suggest maybe this year could be a challenge as well.
I believe those moves you referred to were made to change the attitude, the atmosphere on the team, because they went into the draft and they got a couple of key guys that they've been counting on. Jamal Adams, a safety out of LSU. Marcus May, a safety out of Florida. They got younger, but they got more athletic back there. The tough part for them, still not solidified at the quarterback position.
They start on the ground with Forte. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. First throw now for the backup McCown. Airing one deep for Curse. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for the Jets. 58 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense, and you and I both know.
Forte loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here we go.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Taylor. Going to throw again. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Ohio.
Operating from the gun. Taylor. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
On first down, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here we go. What? Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Steve McClendon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. A reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Come on, let's go. Run.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react.
Matt Forte with green grass ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte as the first half is winding down. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return to about the 35-yard line. These Bills, Charles, as you look back to last year, got off to a pretty good start, put together a 4-game winning streak early in the year, including that 16-0 shutout of the Patriots, but last 10 games, 3-7.
And they expect that to change in 2017 because they made a change in leadership. Remember, Sean McDermott, a defensive coordinator in Carolina, is now the head coach of the Bills, and he's going to emphasize being able to finish stronger down the stretch. And they added Tre'Davious White, a cornerback out of LSU, to take the place of the departed Stephon Gilmore.
They go play action with Taylor. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Matthews, the intended target, and now it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Taylor. The quick hitter complete. It's Jones. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. McCown throwing on second. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now McCown on the bootleg. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go.
They'll go again to McCoy. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Red 38. We got 3. Red 38.
They go play action now. Taylor. And incomplete here on third down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Archer. Oh, he slipped right by him. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a toss. This is Forte. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything. No gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's been...
Without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play. But it didn't gain him any yardage.
They fake the give to Forte. Now McCown steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Marcel Darius getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Snap comes at 1. McCown. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Leggett with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
2nd down following the incompletion. Now Taylor to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets take possession. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. McCown to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From his own end zone, it's McCown. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. It's a tough early season stretch for the Bills. After this, they go to Carolina, then home for the Broncos, and 2 more games on the road at Atlanta and Cincinnati.
3 of those teams have been in the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons.
They will, however, get a brief reprieve with their bye week in Week 6. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, Marcus May. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive begins with a run by Forte, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Play action. It's McCown. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 57 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Ohio, come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Caught on the right side by Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio, here we go. Yo. Ohio.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. 25.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 42. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Hey, watch 12. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
To throw is Taylor. Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Watch twist.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Taylor. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And the Redskins have scored again to extend their advantage. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
No one had more rushing touchdowns than the Bills last year, 29. Let's see what they do on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, they'll look to smash it in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills cut into that lead. For Shady, he had 13 of the Bills' 29 rushing touchdowns last year. That total was the most in franchise history and the most by a single team in the NFL since 2008.
I love watching him run the football. I really do. I mean, I love the numbers, but I love how he gets it done. Vision, power, speed. He's got it all. Absolutely. And each one of his touchdown runs to me is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Forte gets the handoff from McCown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now Taylor back into his end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
A running play now for Forte. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And a play fake. McCown under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals that wound up winning that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone.